Today we have such an exciting episode as we're making a classic Spanish recipe from the beautiful region of Galicia that's typically done in 1 hour, and we're going to get it all done in just 10 minutes. We're talking 10-minute Spanish tuna empanadas. Now the secret to this recipe, we're going to be using sandwich bread instead of making homemade dough, making it so much quicker and easier to assemble the empanadas, and they're still going to have a very similar texture and flavor as the authentic recipe. Folks, we're talking a ton of great flavors, simple ingredients, and the kind of food that's going to fill your body with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. La Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need to make all your favorite Spanish recipes, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella at home. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's begin by draining a can of tuna in olive oil into a fine sieve with a bowl underneath. The size of the can I'm using is 4 ounces, which is about 115 grams. And we'll gently flake the tuna to remove any of the excess oil. You'll find a link where you can get the Spanish tuna I'm using in the description box below. Then we'll transfer the tuna into a bowl. Along with a 1/4 cup of canned tomato sauce, which is 60 grams. You can also use passata here if you like. 10 pimento stuffed Spanish green olives, and season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together, and make sure to push down on the olives, that way they can slightly break apart. Then we'll crack in 2 eggs into a shallow bowl. Add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is about 8 grams. You can substitute this for 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which is 1 gram. And we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll whisk it together until everything's well mixed. For the next step, I'm going to heat a fry pan with a medium heat and add in a generous 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 75 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to grab 8 slices of regular white sandwich bread and cut the crust off each one. Then using a rolling pin, we'll gently roll out each slice until we end up with a thin layer. And I've noticed that by adding a little all-purpose flour into the rolling pin, the bread won't stick to it. Then we'll add in a spoonful of the tuna mixture, and you don't want to add in too much, otherwise you won't be able to close the empanada. And we'll gently fold it together and then pierce the outer edges with a fork. This is not only going to ensure that the filling is nice and sealed, but it's also going to give it that classic empanada look. And you want to make sure to pierce them on both sides. Then we'll coat it in the egg wash, making sure it's fully coated all around. And then into the fry pan with a hot olive oil. And you want to make sure they're on a single layer, so cook this in batches to not overcrowd the pan. And we're going to go for 1 to 2 minutes per side here until the empanadas are golden fried. Once the empanadas are golden fried all around, we'll remove them from the fry pan and transfer them to a dish with paper towels. And we'll cook our next batch in the exact same method. Once all the empanadas are golden fried, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to transfer them into a serving dish. and garnish with some fresh parsley. Check it out, 10-minute Spanish tuna empanadas. Beautiful presentation, super easy to make, and the kind of food that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Let's give them a try and see how they turned out. Check it out, folks. Empanadillas de atún en solo 10 minutos. This I cannot wait to try because they look absolutely delicious. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Beautiful light crispy texture on the outside. The inside, that feeling is so good. You know, hard to believe that we use sandwich bread here. Instead of making that homemade dough, the textures and flavors are so similar to the authentic recipe. The only difference, just 10 minutes to put it together. Folks, give this a try at home. Perfect as a snack, top as appetizer, or even as a main course. Either way, I promise with that first bite, you're gonna get hooked in these empanadas because they're so good. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Emily Hamilton, Manuel J. Rosales, David Houston, and Britt Saunders. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.